called the cops to evict someone, only to end up in handcuffs. The incident occurred on the 4th of January, 2026. The dialogue opens with the ex-wife, Nicole, venting her frustration to the police. The setting is a house registered under her and her mother's names, where her ex-husband has been staying due to financial difficulties. Things escalated when he took it upon himself to bring a strange woman into the house, letting her move about freely, despite the discomfort of her 80-year-old stroke survivor mother and the young children living there.
Cool.
Okay, we're not going to sit here and argue.
Yeah, he has my kids here,
Okay.
and my mom. He has this lady come. They're all uncomfortable with her being here, and he's refusing to tell her to leave. And
I mean, if it's his house, he can have whoever here that he wants.
well, he's living here, but it's under my mom and my name. It's our house, so we still pay the, the utilities and stuff like that. And, so I just wanted her out.
Where do you live at?
Well, I have an apartment that's closer to work, but this is, under my name. So he's been, this is my home and my mom's home, okay? My ex-husband is staying here with my children because he can't afford to live anywhere else. She called me saying she was uncomfortable with the lady being here. I tried to reach out to him. He wouldn't answer my calls. I went through my children to tell him because they too were uncomfortable, and he's not listening to nobody. Okay. So then I tried to call the Flagler County, to try to get someone to come out, and they said, well, it's like a civil thing. We can't really do anything.
Nicole continues to detail a costly mistake. She had previously called Flagler County for assistance, but they refused to intervene, citing it as a civil matter. Instead of respecting the law and pursuing a legitimate legal route, she chose to act on raw emotion. The panic and frustration built up as her ex-husband ignored all her calls, pushing her into a terrible decision, speeding to the scene to take matters into her own hands.
I get out of the car. I'm like, why aren't you answering my calls? Like my mom's uncomfortable. This is her home, and my kids, and you're just bringing this random woman here, And I was upset, and so I told him, I was like, why didn't you just answer the call, and stuff. And did I do wrong driving up here and getting upset? Yeah, but this is my mom,
What happened when you pulled up and got upset?
Well, I got out of the car and he started yelling at me, and then
Who did you attack? Just him?
She was sitting there, and then, I started saying something to him, and then her, and then he got in the middle, and then I fell to the wall. He pushed me into the wall, so, No, baby, he pushed, because he got in between me and the girl, So then he pushed me into the wall.
So you just got physical with the male, or did you get physical with the female as well?
But,
Did you try to remove the female?
No.
Okay, 'cause that's what you told me on the phone you were going to do, right?
Yeah, but I didn't.
And I told you not to come and do this, right?
Yeah, but I did. So
Yeah.
I was just going to have...
statement of what happened?
I barely wasn't out.
Okay, that's fine. It's voluntary anyway. Would you like to fill out a statement on what happened?
Baby.
What about you, ma'am?
Tell
your side of the story? I know you've explained it to us, but
Yeah.
you're just writing it down on your statement.
Sure, I guess.
All right.
Nicole inadvertently backed herself into a corner when she stated that she had lunged into the room to scream at the other woman and that her ex-husband stepped in to intervene, which led to her being pushed against the wall. However, the police officer's verbal trap sprung shut when they shot back. Are you only physical with men? Or can you be physical with women too? By signing that written statement, Nicole unknowingly signed her own confession to initiating the physical altercation.
Since this is our house, how do we get him out? Like, what do you have to do?
So, what happened exactly? Because I'm fresh here. So this is your house. Why are they here?
So that's my ex-husband. So he stays here
Okay.
with my two children because he can't afford anywhere else.
Okay.
The house is under me and my mom's name. So we pay bills here too.
Okay.
And so we're not together, right? So he brought a female to the home.
Okay.
And made my mom uncomfortable. Yeah. And so she's uncomfortable. She's in her 80s and stuff
Sure.
like that. And then I've been trying to call him. He's ignoring me. He won't let me come to the house when he's here. And I'm trying to go through her phone, his phone. He's ignoring us. And then, so she tells me, please come to the house.
Right. Okay.
So I'm like, and I called you guys and you wouldn't come out because you said like it was a domestic civil thing or whatever. Like we couldn't remove anyone from the property, even though, my mom, it's under her name.
So my question is, how long has he been staying at this residence? If approximation, a few years.
Well, no, we got divorced last year, so like a year and a half, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I've had this house for like 4 or 5 years, and
So just that him being here for over a year alone, not on top of potential other things like his driver's license saying that he stays here, mail, and if he contributes to any bills, this is his residence according to Florida State statute.
That's what you guys told me.
So the biggest thing to do if you want to remove him from the house is to go to the courts and get him properly evicted. That's going to be the only way. Unfortunately, again, with this being his residence, I couldn't trespass him or I couldn't forcefully remove him from the home. It's not a process that can happen overnight, so the sooner you get there, the better.
Okay.
But you just have to go to the court office off State Road 100 by Benell, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how you go about it. Unfortunately, I can't force him out.
Okay. Yeah, because she's uncomfortable, and I just think that's not right.
I gotcha.
While waiting for the paperwork to be processed, Nicole tries to clarify how terrifying the strange woman was, wandering around the house at night and scaring her elderly mother. She wants to paint the other woman as a trespasser. However, the more she talks, the more the police lock in her motive for the offense: jealousy, anger, and a complete loss of control after being ignored by her ex-husband for the past month.
I'll explain that in a second. What was she doing that was making everybody uncomfortable?
So
The other lady.
well, first my children were trying to talk to their father, and she was like giving them nasty looks and stuff like that. And then she was like getting their father's attention, so he was ignoring his children. Then my mother, like, she's here late in the night yesterday. My mom doesn't have very good vision, so the lady's just doing whatever she wants, and my mom's like a little frail woman, and my mom felt uncomfortable because usually if he brings like friends and stuff, he'll say, hey, I'm bringing so and so over, whatever. But she don't know this woman, and she's like roaming the house in the night and stuff, so my mom's like scared. She's like, what could happen, so. And then my mom called me. She's like, Nicole, I need you to come to the house. And I was like freaking out, that's why I called you guys. And I was like, can you go over there? Because I was at work. And I'm like, but then she calls me, and then my son's calling me. And I'm like, I have to come here, and see what's going on, And I mean, I'm a bad driver to begin with, so I do speed a little bit. So I did pull in a little erratic and stuff, but I'm very bad with cars. And then, I get out, and the first thing, I start yelling at him, like, why didn't you answer my calls, Like, he's been ignoring me for, like, a month. I can't come see my children when he's here. He tells me to stay away, and I have to sneak visits with my children, and I'm allowed to see my children. And, then he's just... I start yelling at him, and then he starts yelling at me, and then, I think he thought I was going to hit her because I started yelling at her, and then he pushed me into the wall, and, and then that was it. And then the other guy came, and we just stopped,
Okay. All right. So let's raise your right hand for him. Do you swear everything you wrote in your statement is true?
Yeah.
just sign and date there for me.
Yeah, and I don't know, I got hurt too on. Where am I signing?
It's right here. Sign and date.
If I'm going in, can you just not handcuff me in front of my kids? I'll just walk.
The moment of truth arrives when the police ask Nicole to raise her right hand to swear an oath, lay all their cards on the table, and place her under arrest. The mother who walked in as a homeowner demanding justice is suddenly blindsided, asking in disbelief, "My daughter is going to jail? Why?" The answer under Florida law is cold and uncompromising. Any unwanted touching or physical striking of another person, battery, no matter how minor, turns you into a criminal suspect.
That's it.
So I'm going to ask you one time. Do you have anything on you or in you that we should be aware about? Narcotics, any weapons, needles, nothing like that?
No.
Because everyone gets the same speech. From this point forward, if you don't tell me now and bring him to the jail, it's a felony charge. So nothing on you.
No.
Because they're going to search you more thoroughly after jail.
Yeah.
You are going to jail, by the way. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I do have my monthly, so I
You got your what?
my
Oh, okay.
I don't know, you got that stuff?
Do I got that stuff?
Or
They'll take care of you
Okay.
in there.
okay.
All right.
And then, do I just leave my car here, or like?
I'm not towing it, so it's going to stay here. If you want the keys to stay here, aren't your kids old enough to drive?
Once the handcuffs click onto her wrists, Nicole's attitude does a complete 180-degree turn. Shifting from a loud authority figure demanding others to leave, she is now reduced to submissively asking the police about the fate of her car and whether it will be towed away. While the officers humanely agree to leave the vehicle in her mother's driveway, the harsh reality has set in. From that exact moment, she no longer holds any authority to dictate anything in that house.
Mom, I love you, okay?
We'll explain more to her in a second, all right?
No, go in the house, honey. Yeah, baby. I love you. What happened?
All right, we'll go this way.
They're gonna take me in, okay?
Keep
I'm
going there.
gonna go to jail.
I can explain everything
Okay.
to you.
I'll be back, Mom.
Give us everybody.
She's pressing charges? Who's pressing charges?
Okay, so for Florida statute, okay, it's any touching from one to
I
another
told her.
unwanted.
Damn it.
Yeah,
She didn't listen to me.
unfortunately, nobody, fortunately it came this route. Could have definitely been a little different, but sometimes emotions just get the best of people. It's just, as far as I know, it's just a simple battery, so it's a misdemeanor. She'll more than likely be issued a bond. There's 2 bail bondsmen here in Flagler County. If you want to choose that route to bond her out, that's an option. If not, just wait until first appearance, see a judge, and then she might be released right then and there. Okay?
Is that her phone?
Yeah, we'll be putting her personal belongings in a bag. Okay. As far as her car goes, who drives this vehicle? That's his?
Him.
His? Okay. It looks like he might still be able to get in and out. We're not towing it. We're just going to leave it here, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
She might have a friend come and pick it up. I'm not for sure. But we're not going to make her pay for a tow bill having her vehicle here at Mom's house. Okay. So as long as you're okay with it, we'll leave it here.
Okay.
And if she decides to have a friend pick it up, then that's, I mean, it's her car. So.
Okay.
The ride to jail is when Nicole has to swallow a bitter pill and get a crash course in basic law from the transporting officer. She is briefed on temporary restraining orders, the bond process, and the legal way to evict someone through the courts. The end of the incident exposes a non-surprising truth. Nicole admits to being arrested 2 years ago following a violent dispute with her own daughter. Her hot temper and habit of resolving conflicts with her hands denied her a second stroke of luck before the law. In the eyes of the law, handcuffs do not distinguish between a homeowner and a guest. They only restrain the one who fails to control their own behavior.
So what happens now?
So from here, you go to the jail, you get booked in.
Okay.
I don't know if there's going to be a bond or not, but You'll see a judge in the morning. They'll decide if there's going to be a bond for first appearance. The judge will explain a bunch of stuff to you as far as injunctions. There's going to be temporary injunctions.
What is that?
Huh?
What's that?
Like restraining order.
Oh, okay.
So essentially what an injunction is a restraining order. Meaning you can't have any contact. It's going to be between him and the other female.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be allowed back at the house until all the court stuff is done either, so you can't come back here. If you violate the injunction, you go back to jail.
Well, I would have to come back and get my car.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. You're allowed a civil standby, meaning you have to call law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
We'll meet you around the block somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You come here with us, we do a standby, keep the peace, you come grab your car, and you can leave.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you're not allowed back at the house.
Is there any way to do all this today so I could go to work tomorrow, or?
Depends on when they get you out in the morning. You have to see a judge in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You're something removed from the house. Your mother's gonna have to file for eviction. Go through the courts and have them evicted. You can't just make them leave. The sooner she starts that process, the sooner